What is going on, everybody? Back on it, Berserk 344, 45, 46. Some pretty interesting developments. We saw witches, multiple witches, not some old on their deathbed, not going to be around much longer. Like these girls look around Shirka's age. Um, I'm guessing the island is more supposed to be protected against random humans that may stumble upon it. You know, something to scare and shoo them away. But I feel like anybody with any kind of mystical interactions or that have had interactions, or if you're of an above average apostle level or something like that, this isn't deterring anybody. Now, I'm sure, you know, they're witches and they have other abilities and things that they might be able to bust out, but it doesn't seem very well protected. But do they know what's going on the outside? Like, do you guys know what the world's become? Because you might have things that stumble upon this island that are not just your base human, the base level humans that you guys might want to up your level of security. Especially if we were able to get through it that easily. Yeah, we got multiple witches. Rickart's got this busted. He's got his own band. Like everyone's got their own band of the Hawk going. You know, Griffiths is cheating. You know, his just doesn't even count. But yes, he's got his going. Guts has his. Rickard though, he's got a busted ass. He might have the strongest sorcerer on the planet. Two semi-roided up, like they're not apostles, but they might as well like they're kind of like Guts. They might not be Guts' mental, like that crazy, but they've got like damn near Guts level strength. And then the crazy assassin, who probably is the second strongest human fighter on the planet. If you give Serpico his magic sword, maybe Serpico can keep up, but I think if you just gave them base weapons, the assassin, the Kashan, he might be the second strongest human fighter on the planet below Guts. Rickard's got his mechanical he's got a busted ass group. I'm not gonna lie. So we had those developments, and then so I'm curious to see what go on with these witches. I'm hoping that we don't have to deal with a couple chapters of them like not wanting to accept Shirka and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Hopefully we kind of get past wherever that might be quickly. We'll go from there. Let's move this over here. Press play on that. Turn it up. Lower this in the headphones. Recording. Testing, testing. Mic seems on. Alright. 344. Let's see what we got. Got him. Well done. But this might be a bit of a problem. At this rate, the fire will spread to the entire field. Let's run for it. Oh, no you don't. Thieves. Oh, this bitch. I could tell she's going to be an issue. What was her name? You really did a number on my darling puppet. Like, she's on a broomstick. But I'm not letting you escape. Watch as the flames surround you. Yo, Shirka, can you not, like, hit her with some shit, or what? A witch. Definitely a witch. Wow, check it out. She's totally flying on a broom. Now that's the real deal. Not like some kid I know. Yeah. Please wait. We're not enemies. Why is a magic user them? And even elves. Oh, so she could does she recognize us because of the staff? Or does she sense like magic, like what gave away that we're a magic user? The hat? Like what was it right there? Morta. That's why we're telling you to wait. Okay, so this girl might actually have some sense about her. You never listen to others. Good grief. It's true. This looks like a boy. Perhaps. Are you this island's... We're Skellig Island mages, but conversation can wait. If we don't hurry and do something about this fire, it'll wipe out... Ooh, this will be good. Let Shirka do this real quick. Okay, so here's what we got going, right? Every time I see a new... Hold on, let me not spill this everywhere. Every time I see a new group of non-humans, I instantly go into think of like, okay, how can this be used to take down that son of a bitch, right? This shot right here, I don't know if you guys should be able to see my cursor. That's 5 witches on screen. I'm saying. You add in Dabi or Daiba, whatever you pronounce, that's 6. That's got to count for something. I don't know. I'm just saying. And you know who I'm referring to when I mean that son of a bitch that we got to take down. But with flames this strong, our only option might be to summon a guru. Want some? It's whoa, he's handing out snacks and shit. Oh. It just started raining. This magic bitch just rolled up here on a goat or a ram and just suddenly brought the rain with her. And see, that's what I'm always saying, like, with the magic here, does your power have to be granted through something you summon? Like, they're over here, like, you guys, there's 5 witches here and a handful of elves. Everything has to be channeled through you? Can you guys just not command water out of your staves or summon, like, I don't know. It seems like they're just conductors for magic. They themselves don't like produce it. I don't know. This is magic. That swift manipulation of the weather. That's what I'm saying. Like, whoever this is, just rain clouds, boom, instant. I don't gotta be like, okay, we gotta summon this. I gotta, you know, dive into the astral and reach out and make a contract and like I just want magic. Like I want my Gandalf Harry Potter shit. Like, oh, we need something, I can summon it. But I feel like we don't get that a lot, at least from like Shirka. It is. Yes, it usually requires a degree of planning and ritual to greatly influence. See what she's talking about, like planning and a ritual. Sometimes I just need something now. Here he comes. Oh, it's a he. So are we calling him a warlock, or what are we calling him? Great guru. Oh, that's who they were talking about. Summon a guru? So we're saying there's multiples of him? Looks like things are in hand. Kuka, Joni, Thuni, thank you for standing guard. As for Morta, she may be due for a lecture. Oh! Buck and him have a relationship? You've been long away, Mischief Maker? That's kind of cool. My guest, you were put through the ringer of account on my delay. I apologize, this goat is quite old, like me. Okay, so you can't like put some magic on him and give him some wheels or something? We don't keep up with young legs. I am Gedfring, one who governs the mages of this island. Oh, so was he sending that boy out to us whenever we were in need, or what? Excuse me, great guru. Were you aware we would visit this island? The ruler of the elves received an oracle? Then yes, that boy must be, or is one of the projection of the something. A small wind whirling out from this island would draw in many fates and return as a tempest. A small wind whirling out from this island. Does that mean, without even realizing it, he pulls everyone into a cyclone of destiny? It happened by chance, that's all. Are you saying that's me? Puck the Storm? No. I'm not saying it's you at all. Hey, I'm really sorry I dragged all of you into my story. And another thing, I had my own premonition. An old friend came to me in a dream and said, look after my dearest little student. Yep. Do you mean? Yep. Alright, why are you looking at us? Because we walk around with death? Yeah, that's me. What about it? At any rate, come to our village, freshen up from your journey. I'll see to it you're introduced to the... This makes me feel like, I don't know if you guys are big Lord of the Rings fans or have watched the movies. I'm sure if most of you have seen Berserk. Or if you're into anime and things like that, you've probably seen Lord of the Rings at least once. Reminds like when they show up to Rivendell or something. Like we can take a deep breath here. It's safe here. They'll look after us. It's protection. You know, those type of things. Seems like he already knows everything. That's how it is with great mages. Damn, we got trees that talk and shit. What would you call this art? Old guy. It's an old guy tree. Not an old man like a withered tree, but a tree like an old man. How odd. Neat. Looks like it could move. Oh, it moves. What a fool. People from the outside are just like I heard. Okay, relax, bro. You don't even know what it's like out there. Don't lick me. Put that tongue away. I'm Kuka. Kuka is... Wait, I can't tell where the arrows are pointing. Thuni's the one that has the eyes covered. But they've got Joni coming from this direction and Kuka... I'm guessing Kuka's the short one? Like the one that's rivaling Shirka height? I'm Shirka, nice to meet you. That girl's Morta. Yeah, we don't like Morta. What are a magic user and elves doing with this bunch? We have a strange bond. The purpose of our journey is... So you're here to restore her sanity? Originally, we sought a safe haven for her to live with the brand. But yes, I expect that's what her companion really wants. I think I've heard that the Flower Storm Monarch can use the Corridor of Dreams to go deep inside the mind. It might be possible. You're an intrepid bunch, though. The world's practically upside down, yet you cross the ocean on it. Oh, so they do know what's going on. I mean, I would assume they know what's going on in this, but do you know? You've heard a story, but like, have you had boots on the ground? You must have felt it too. If you're a mage, that great disturbance, the great roar of the astral world, that's what we call it. The one called the Hawk of Light caused it by attacking the many seals of the world's forest of the Spirit Tree. Hawk of Light, forest of the Spirit Tree? What's all that about? Oh, they don't know what specifically happened. They just know it's all turned to shit. We'll discuss the details in the village. Look, you can see it now. There lies Flower Storm Monarch's Elfham. It's a storm of blossoms, just like the title suggests. Yeah. That's one big-ass cherry tree. And there lies our village of mages. Village of mages? Village? Hey. And I don't know if we go that route, but could you imagine a great war? Like, I'm talking a war. Apostles, mages, guts, griff. Woo. That would be something I'd want to see. And I don't know if the story goes that route, but man, I'd love to see it. This makes me feel kind of nostalgic. It's a village of hats. She's not wrong. There's a bunch of houses that look like Shirkas. It sure hasn't changed. Holy shit, they just out here rolling deep. What are they doing over there? The boys are practicing odd Oh, this is perfect for Farnese. Her training is gonna flip and shoot. Like, she's gonna see such results if they... I don't know if they'll train her or what the requirements are, but this brings back memories. I did that often too, although I didn't have any peers to practice with. I'll introduce you later. Here, in accordance with our respective skill levels, we teach and are taught, and we thus hone our magic skills every day. So these people are born of this island then. There are gurus amongst us who are absorbed in their own magic studies, but you can learn a lot by becoming an apprentice and helping them with research. I see, a mage training site. No, I guess it's more of a scholarly town. It's magnificent. Yeah, Farnese has gotta love this. Boring is what it is. Okay, Morta, chill. No matter how much we hone our magic skills, if we stay cooped up on an island like this... She's not wrong, but what does she want to do with her magic skills is the question. Like, do you want to fight dragons? Like, what do you want to use your power for then? Because I get what she's saying. It's like, why are we doing all this? Like, what's the purpose of us, like, studying and practicing to just practice with each other? Like, what's the... I mean, I get it. What are you saying? A mage's duty is to observe the universe. Never mind all that. Tell me about the outside world. Yeah. I'd wish you'd cut it out. You're too hard-headed, Kuka. I think you could stand to broaden your horizon a little. But that's true for everybody on this island. That group. What's with those clothes? Okay, you don't have to stare at us. You don't have to stare at us, I get it. Or I've seen that kind of reaction before. But when people are that blatantly afraid of me, it makes me want to live up to the hype as an entertainer. Okay. Relax, bro. You're not going to get any girls like that. And they rope his ass up quickly. I've seen this sight somewhere too. Now, everyone, we should be peacefully celebrating the safe return of the great Puck. Oh, Puck, if it isn't Puck. I thought I hadn't seen you in a while, so you really did leave the island. That's what I'm saying. Like, he disappeared and was gone for years, and it was like one afternoon for them. How dare you take a dip in my pot while I was making secret medicine? You emptied all my bug snakes and cages. Yeah, he's just getting shit on. You put the love potion I made into the great guru's tea. Yeah, he's gonna be screwed. Good, good. Looks like you're fitting in well already. Yo, Isidro, play your cards right, man. Learn a little bit of this magic. Pair that with your skills. I don't know what he could learn, but if he could learn anything to like safeguard himself, be able to take blows and have a barrier, like something. Hey. Now then, first stop by my hall. That was pretty dope. I was not expecting that. I was like, okay, we got like 5 or 6 extra witches. I don't even know. They have a town, an army, like whatever you want to call it. Like they just have it. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy to think of. Huge. I'd say you could easily fit your old place in here. Okay, YouTube. Old Buzz Killington's out here. You know how they like to be. Hold on now. Hold on. We can't get anything. We can't get any good times around here. Boom. They just got a bunch of great wizards hanging around. Holy shit. Let's check. Well, the elixir I was cooking up should be nearly done. I'd better return. Damn, isn't the food ready yet? What a farce. Is this how you're going to escape again? What about yesterday? Going on about some ritual when the moon wasn't even out. So obvious. Whoa. Come on now, you only just ate, old one? Who's she? Is this the village senior center? That's what I'm saying. Like Master Gedfring, they are great gurus who govern the mages of this village. Master Skirble, the perplexed. Master Thrain, the resolved. Master Gunnar, the ponderous. I take the ponderous one. And this is Danon, the domestic. A little sexist. Why they give the woman the domestic title, huh? And welcome home, Puck. You went on a long trip. Damn, Pucks, they just really know him. They say travel makes a person grow, but somehow you shrank instead. I'll put on the kettle. I want to see some stories be told. I want to see, and I've been waiting for this for a long time, right? For Guts to sit down and just tell his tale. For everyone to hear. Because even the people in the group know, but they don't know the details, you know? And I don't want it to be like Guts talks about it. We fast forward for 4 chapters, then come back around, and he's like, so that's my story, and everyone's like, oh shit. Like, I want to see him get that out. I feel like this might be our last chance to get something like that. I don't know if we ever do, but... Sorry, but first, the ruler of the elves. Could we meet with this Flower Storm monarch? Oh yeah, he's not messing around. It's serious. It's the whole reason we're here. We have an urgent request for the Flower Storm monarch. This whole journey's been pinned on that hope. The one I need to see is so close now, please. I understand your impatience, but please relax as our guest. Not even an elf is going to disappear while you drink a cup of tea. And if you make a scene in your haste, wouldn't that risk spoiling the monarch's mood? This is like the Hobbit showing up to Rivendell type shit. Your companions must be tired from the long journey. Yeah. Besides, it looks like they've taken a liking to Danon's baked sweets. They are superb. Yeah. I really love that she's been added to the group, by the way. He's so impatient. I get it. They don't know what we've been through and what she was that we lost. And he's there. Like, he's there. You know? And he's just anxious. It's not like, oh man, we gotta get on this ship and there's a hope. He's at his destination. He literally just needs to take one more step and he can see it in front of him and he's just like itching. There's also a cake. It's kind of disorienting given how violent things have been until now. Yeah. I wonder if there's gonna be a statement of like, you guys can't stay here, by the way. Like there's too much death surrounding you and the risk you would put at this village. I wonder if we take that route. Trolls and enchanted Kashan beasts, a ghost ship and a sea god. That really was quite an adventure. Look how big his sword is. It's gotten to where we're fighting for our lives every day? Well, that's blowing it a bit out of proportion, but it's not far off. I was about to say, is that true? Yes, even as a mage, I must admit it's strange we arrived here safely. The outside world's terrifying. Wow, I say it sounds thrilling. There you go again. That's the world the Hawk of Light brought about, by way of the Great Roar. It's truly become a world of old legends and folklore. Old man, could you explain more about that? I haven't been reading a huge info dump. Since that day, have any of you caught sight of the branches that appear to stretch through the sky? Those things you see sometimes on clear days? I thought they were strangely shaped clouds or something. They're quite convenient for us sailors. You can use them like constellations in broad daylight. That's the World Tree. It's a huge tree of legends that said to connect the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. Those are its branches. I've heard of it. It's from old folk tales, right? The magical interpretation is a tad more complex, though. You mean the dragon path? I don't know what you're talking about. That's Flora's dearest student for you? It's literally a massive fissure that penetrates the world, piercing deep into the layers of the physical and the astral world. But are we saying that's what Ganishka became, or what he was always supposed to be and was? I don't know. Fissure or crack? What about it? Try visualizing something like a mole burrow. On very rare occasions, such as during a full moon, paths will connect the physical and astral world. Small ones are called the elfin path, and they connect to the astral world shallows. Occasionally, children in the woods will get lost in them. And larger ones are called the dragon path and reach deep into the astral world. That egg at your side is a fetish for opening the dragon path deep into the abyss. Yeah. What is that? How sinister? Mr. Potato Head? Yeah. My concern is whether that belongs to you or if you're merely carrying it. I don't know. Haven't made up my mind yet, is what I'd say. Hell, you're a mage, alright. I once heard the same kind of thing in another forest. And like I said before, this is mine. Hey, isn't that thing dangerous? It's downright ghastly. Don't let it curse you. Sure enough, he's even like this back home. Yep. Pretty much like that. We can't just let that thing get lost. But again, if it's causality and destiny, if Puck takes that and loses it, or it goes to another witch or something, it was meant to be. That's how it was always meant to be, to get to that person. Excuse me, could you please tell me, why was the attack on the forest of the Spirit Tree connected to the arrival of the World Tree? Young lady, Forest of the Spirit Tree is a generic term for lands throughout the interstice where several large trees exist. In each of those large trees in a parasitic plant, like mistletoe with its roots fastened spiritually into the World Tree, they're going to be able to give us so much more information Skull Knight could ever give us in his life. Parasitic. As a mage, you must know this. Mistletoe stems neither from the earth nor the heavens, and therefore symbolizes our physical world. So it's with the trees in the forest of the Spirit Tree. By absorbing power from the World Tree, they hinder the expansions of its branches into the physical world. Mages living in the forest of the Spirit Tree use the vast spiritual power surrounding their tree to deepen their understanding of magic while guarding that land and maintaining balance between the physical. Yeah, that's what Flora was doing. Yep. The forest of the Spirit Tree is now almost entirely ashes, and so the World Tree has grown rampant, recalling the ancient chaos of the intermingled physical and astral worlds. Thus, I'd like to ask the Black Swordsman about his deep connection with him. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for that conversation. Who is the Hawk of Light? What is it he desires so much that he'd be reincarnated as the guardian angel of longing and then transform the world this way? Can you tell me? How much time you got, buddy? Yep, he's like, oh shit. I thought to be free of my obsession with him by the time we reached our destination. Yeah, he can never escape it. I never thought I'd be questioned about him. He'll have his own kingdom. That's what he said. That's what he'd say back in our mercenary days. Seizing a kingdom, that does make sense. According to my Skyrings, It seemed he had restored an ancient metropolis near the foot of the world tree. Yep. In this new world of chaos, it's ironic that the root of his tree is like the eye of a storm. Yep. It's like great in there, but surrounding it is just hell. A land of calm spiritual power that repels any wicked ethereal bodies. You could say it's the one and only kingdom where people can live. Yeah, we've talked about that before. It's literally the only place people could go. He knows the Hawk of Light who caused that great roar. Just who is this companion of yours? I've had more than my share of surprises thus far, but to think your nemesis is capable of changing the world, that defies all imagination. Nobody here knows, bro. Nobody knows. They don't know. The Black Swordsman is associated with someone like that? Impressive. I'll have to check into this. You're never off the clock. Too complicated? I don't get it. Yeah, you're not wrong. Something hasn't been lining up for me. Is that the Hawk of... Is that Hawk of Light guy the White Hawk, that Midland hero? Yes. Yes. So that hawk used magic or whatever to fill the world with monsters? Yes. And so Guts and the Hawk go way back? Correct. Don't tell me my hero, the legendary band of the Hawks, 100-man killer, was a buddy of yours, Guts. 100-man killer? That's me, you piece of shit. To seize a kingdom, no. To establish the only kingdom in the world. He changed the world itself. That's utterly absurd. Any means to achieve his ends, huh? Not quite. For him, it's more like an end to his means. Getting his kingdom, that's just one step along his way. He'll continue soaring higher and higher. That's Griffith. That's a great shot. This right here. 100%. Okay. You know what I'm hating? Like, Guts still talks about Griffith in this kind of like admiration form, if that kind of makes sense. Like, no, call him a piece of shit. We do not like him around here, okay? And what I'm also curious is, maybe we'll save it for the end of the chapter, of like, they see all this going on, right? You know, they have tons of knowledge about the world tree and the astral and this and that. They have a village, town, city full of wizards, witches, gurus, whatever you want to call them. And I'm sure they have people that can, you know, maybe see the future, destiny, premonitions, oracles, etc., etc. And they live in the physical world. Well, now it's all one, but previously they did. Was there no... anybody saying like, hey, maybe we try to stop this, or not let this come to fruition, or hey, you know, there's a rise of apostles out here lately, or something's going on out there at the whole, you know, we had like the second eclipse coming around type thing. You know, let's try to investigate, like something's not right here. You know, the moon and the stars are saying things. Do they think that like it's not their problem and they can just escape it at any time? Because clearly now I feel like there's no escape, you know, like everything is one. So it's not like you can slip into like another dimension or plane, like it's all one now. It's like you guys clearly have these abilities and things, like, I don't know, maybe we'll get to that. I'm curious to see if we get to a talking point of that, of like, do they plan to just stay here on this island until the end of their days? Do they truly think of like, hey, if the apostles and Griffith and the Hawk never come here, we have no reason to like leave or seek them out? I don't know. We'll see. I feel like I've become a dwarf. Don't stray from the line or you'll get lost. That's a very like Lord of the Rings thing. It's bright despite how dense the forest is. It's like the entire forest is giving off light because it's filled with a vast OD. It's strong, but gentle, so this is the forest where the elven ruler lives. Also, it kind of feels like my body is lighter. Oh shit, there's like no gravity. Look at this dude. Whoa, say what? You evolved. Whoa, Isidro, like a grasshopper. I flew for real? Did he really do that, or did someone like wisp him up there? I flew too. It's because there aren't many weight elementals here. Interesting. Barretts? an element outside the fire, water, wind, and earth that make up the world. It is the weight elemental, extremely minute beings that tie together those four great elements. A Barrett's is so small you can't even scry it, but when gathered together they make objects heavy, darken the sky, and produce things like depression and obsession in the mind. Such things would generally clash with those who dwell in this forest. Talking about us. I know somebody that could refer to. It's true, my body feels light. Whoa. That's just a lineup of elves? I thought they were showing different versions of Puck, like making different faces here. Are these all elves lined up here? Pick? Puck? Long time no see. Hey, Peck. Oh my god, they don't all have a similar name, distinguished by a different vowel, do they? It's Puck. He's alive. I'm sure he forgot the way home while he was playing around. Pook. While he was playing around? That sneak? Poor Poke was lonely. Not that I remembered that until now. Wow, it's literally just a bunch of hymns. Why do they all look the same, but Valeria doesn't? Who knows? So he was literally gone for like an afternoon to them. It's people. People? Oh, they look like Valeria. Humans? What do we call these? The mages have brought some humans? So here's the thing. Whoa. Okay, so we're just like, this is Fantasia out here. Wow. So what's the difference between like calling someone a mage, calling someone a human? Is Shirka, she categorized as a mage? Do you have to grow up or be born on this island to be considered a mage? If Farnese came here with the full amount of skill as like any of the other wizards, would she be considered a human or a mage? Like, how do we... Can you even call whatever Guts is a human? I don't know. I have no idea. This is amazing. Elfhelm indeed. Welcome, human. They're very inviting. Even the witches were inviting, minus the one piece of shit. Why are you here? Treasure hunting? Everyone's very... Well, I'm guessing they're not going to be... They're here with, you know, the other witches and wizards. The mages. If these humans had maybe just walked up in here, maybe that would have been a little... Hold on, I don't think we can play this song. The YouTube doesn't like that. Let's skip it. Of course, there's an ad. What can I do? First a song? Oh, it's just gonna be... This is very like Peter Pan, land, you know... Let us dance, miss? It's the wind? The wind? Our kind? Oh, they think he's... yeah. Yeah, he's dripping in the wind, as the people say. Interesting. There's so much to look at here. So what the hell's going on? Oh, unicorns. Straight up unicorns. What, you want to fight? Just hanging out. Just a bunch of unicorns. I mean, this isn't honestly what we're seeing here. You know, these like little centaurs and whatever these little figures are, these elves and talking standing reindeer, and this might shock some. We've seen a lot in our day. So, you know. This is chaos. That's the way it is with elves. It's a little chaos, yeah, it's very chaotic. I'm very curious of like, because all these people, they seem to really read things, you know? Like, oh, that's a human, or oh, he's got wind like us, and you're like, oh, XYZ, XYZ. What do you think, it is Guts gives off? And I'm curious, like, if when they present Casca to whoever the Elf King is, you know, if we get there before I run out of chapters, and maybe, you know, he wants to ask what happened, or say they unlock Casca's memories, or unlock his, or whatever, anything that might trigger, you know, things in his mind that the armor, you know, the armor talks to him, or the inner demon. It's actually the inner demon. The inner demon was already in there. The armor just seems to amplify it. when that gets triggered within him and he kind of gives off that, do you think that'll scare the mages or the other elves or people that like feel what's coming off of him? I'd be very curious about that. Nobody in this forest has any discipline. Definitely feels like the little chestnut's hometown. You came from the outside, right? Tell us about it. About the outside world. Yeah, Valeria, where the hell you been? Oh yeah, I'm sure she loves that too. Well, if you insist, fine, I'll tell you about mine Shirka's gorgeous adventure. This is giving me Rosaline PTSD, like they're going to take us and all of a sudden they're going to start having wars and killing each other. This is a lot. We've got to use it. Oh, here we go. He's serious. That human's got a serious vibe. Too heavy, I can't deal. See what I'm saying? He's not cut out for this forest. See what I'm saying? But then, that's scarce. You don't see it much? Then let's welcome him. So what's it gonna be? We've got to use a serious vibe for this wrinkled forehead. Thou hast done well to reach this land, human. I would first praise thee, but 'tis still too soon to relax. Should thou wish it to advance, thou must first get past us, the four pig BS. P.S. We're not mass-produced. Yeah, that is just Puck. Just copy and pasted, copy and pasted, copy and pasted, copy and pasted. Honestly, we see Puck so much animated like this, like these four here, that I forget that like this is what he actually looks like most of the time. I'm like, this is what I would picture Puck in my head because they show him like that so much. All right, everybody gather around. Well, this sure got out of hand. Would you mind, Danon? Yep, here we go. They're more trouble than monsters in a way. That was a rough reception. Hey, they didn't try to kill us or tear us apart. We definitely take that. And look at Isma. One day, hanging out on an island by herself, no communication, not a damn word to anybody. In the span of like, I don't know how long the time period's been, but let's say a week. She's met her mother. Turns out she knows that she's a mermaid. She's riding on the back of a unicorn, hanging out with witches and shit. What a time. What a time. Are we going to see Elf King Boy, you think? Well, damn, up close it looks more like a mountain than a tree. Like you could put a whole castle on top. It's so majestic, like some otherworldly spectacle. It's pretty, so many elves. So this is a cherry tree, huh? Just how much fruit grows on this thing anyway? She's asking the right questions. You can eat all the cherries you want year-round. They grow back as soon as you pick them. Damn! So they've kind of got the same... You know how they talked about Falconia is kind of like the eye of the storm. No evil can get in. How they can grow crops year-round, the ground stays fertile, etc. Are both places kind of feeding off the same tree, world tree power? The tree has so much OD, it stays lit in here in the forest. The cherries respawn back as soon as you pluck them. Are we just like, is what they're both operating on? It's like Falconia is over here, Elf Island is over here, but they're both kind of like on the same plane of the energy. I don't know, or whatever, like trees running underneath. Everyone, you enter through that hollow. Oops, I think I missed something. Dwelling in this huge spirit tree and attended by so many elves. Just how powerful is the Flower Storm Monarch? Everyone, you enter through that hollow. A lot of elves. A lot of elves. It's like a maze. Thankfully, our bodies are light. Mr. Puck, Mr. Puck. Be sure to remember you know what. You know. Surely you haven't forgotten already about putting you on the elven throne? Ah, right, I remember. If you would please first intermediate with the current ruler. Yeah, that's not going to work out. Let's just scratch that storyline completely. Ooh, there's a throne. We have a couple pages left. Do we think we see him? Or whoever it is? What the hell? I guess the tree itself is a palace. Oh dear, such a mess in the light of day, no less. Brownies, we have guests help out. They're called brownies. These look like the good trolls. They got the whole. Oh wow, it's a straight up ceremony. I would love to see this animated. All this, them walking through here, the shots of all these creatures and everything. I'm curious if like all the elves and the creatures are the same colored. Is there any? Do they have different hair? Like what are we looking at? You know. All right, I think I scrolled down too far. Here we are. At last, the audience. Uh-oh, hurry. So what kind of leader does Puck have anyway? Surely that's not it. That's not it. The Elf King hath arrived. Lower your heads. That can't be it. Can't be it. Can't be it. Can't be it. That refused. This is a coup d'etat. Puck was the king? What's he doing? Is that right? Cool if it means less work. But don't we play every day? Like, yeah, what the hell do y'all do? Not a damn thing. I miscalculated. I had no idea that elf was so that I'd better feign complete ignorance of this, or my plan to develop a market for elves is kaput. If you toady to me now, my financial minister, Minihaka, will pay you. Okay, we got to get past this. Let's get past the Farnese brother storyline. Yeah, put his ass down. Get Puck up off the damn throne. Whatever could he be talking about? Elves, I swear all they do is joke around. Yeah. Let's get past this. Take them away. Yeah. Okay, we're done with that. What is this? Is this it? Good grief, you can't go overthrowing the kingdom, Puck. Isn't she the housekeeper? What is this? Perhaps contact with the outside worlds corrupted you? What the hell is going on here? She's this one that just took her hat off, right? That looks like an elf king to me. Queen, whatever you want to call it. That looks very majestic. Welcome to Elfhelm, travelers. That's a pretty crazy shot. Here's the thing, though. I'm sure we're going to get crazy shots of whoever this is. Where did all that even come from? She had a staff and a hat, too. But is this just Danan or whoever it is? Is that not who that is? No, because she's already greeted us. I don't know who that is, to tell you the truth. Maybe it's... Look, this is her. Here. Is that her the whole time? I have no idea, but I still think the shot of everything was the... I liked the guts thinking about Griffith's shot. That was definitely the shot to me. Yeah, I like that one the best. Okay, hold on. We're getting Kroger promos. Not on my watch, you don't. We got a massive information dump. Information dump, character dump, new land dump, rules, information dump, just a bunch of it. So I'm not going to try to absorb it all at once. I'm sure it'll get explained as we go. I'm sure you guys are going to break it down and explain it as well. So I'm not going to like get too hung up on like, oh, what does that mean? And what is this, and this? I did like Guts referring to like, man, I've been trying to forget about him and not bring him up, and here I am having to explain the kind of person he is. But it, because I don't know if there's still rage in him, you know. I would think the sight, like seeing him on sight, would elicit that rage. But maybe just talking about him isn't that problematic anymore. Now, I think if he had to talk about what happened, in reference to like, oh, that's who the Hawk is, that would trigger some emotion, in my opinion, some negative emotion. But like I said, people here and the creatures seem to be able to feel the type of person you might be or the things coming off you. So like, if we have to give an explanation on like, hey, why should I heal Casca, or what's wrong with her, or what happened, what got her to this point, and if he has to, that's what I would love to see, like right here, right now. You know, why should I, or what's the matter? And he, in front of all these mythical creatures, in front of all these witches, these elves, these mages, these centaurs, and, you know, brownies, his group, Farnese, Shirka, all of it. He just has to tell it all from the beginning. You know, how he met, how he came into contact with Griffith, what it was they had, what it was that happened, what it is that happened again, what it is that happened to her. Because I'm no writer, but I would love to see that him retelling that. And in the moments of him telling that, that inner like wolf or demon or dog or whatever it is in him begins to act up a little bit. And given everybody's their OD and emotions and everything is on a 10 out of 10 where we're at. Everybody's so in tune with what might things feel, this, and that. And that rage within him bubbles, or just those memories bubble. And they feel that coming off of him. I'm curious what kind of reception that would generate. You know, can he be allowed here? Is this okay? How do you go on with this type of pain inside you type thing? So I don't know, we got introduced to a lot there. Can't believe we're actually here. So we've got 30 chapters. I'm curious what we can hash out here in 30 chapters. Do we think, even if it's for a split second and they turn it right back off, do we think Casca gets her old mental back in 30 episodes? I'm gonna say no, but we'll leave it there and see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,